for you to understand why Africa is where it is today, you must understand the Berlin Conference. Why did they meet in Berlin, 1884 from November to 1885 February? Prior to that date, of course, slavery had just ended in 1865. The Western world, the French, the British, the Italians, even the Russians, they are all haphazardly going into Africa. They heard about this beautiful, very rich continent with everything they can ever need. So as they were robbing and looting from the African people, pretty soon they started looting from each other. And then before you know it, they were fighting and killing each other. So the then Chancellor of Germany, Bismarck, he was afraid that they were getting ready to have a European war on the African continent. So he called his crony, King Leopold of Belgium, and said, let's do something about this. We are all going into Africa and looting. Let's organize how we're going to loot from these monkeys. And so they called each other up and they met in Berlin. The sole purpose was for this gang of thieves to organize themselves as to how they were going to effectively steal and loot from the African people. How they were going to effectively put a system in place to see to it that the African people and the continent were forever defeated and dominated. So it was during that 3 months of deliberations, sitting on a big table like we are now, and across this table, a 5-foot map of Africa, the decisions were made. Where tribes were getting along very well, that was absolutely unacceptable. That means more countries came out of it. That means more, those same countries, one was given to France, the other one was given to Britain, the other one was given to Spain, to make sure that they don't even, over time, even a generation, they don't even know each other. They don't speak the same language. And those that did not get along, they became one country. Let them keep fighting. So the Berlin Conference was a strategy to see to it that the Africans are forever defeated. So as I go around talking, I've had some, usually it's the educated, the bright ones, the professors. But Ambassador, you can't keep talking about the Berlin Conference. That's over 200 years ago. And my comeback to them is, when they made a decision to have Togo, Benin, Rwanda, Burundi, what did they have in mind? We were designed to lose. No single African country, if we continue as individual African country, can survive. No. You see, Togo needs to negotiate with the state of Delaware. There's parity. Nigeria needs to negotiate with the state of Texas. There's parity. But as individual African countries, it is so important that we understand that the strategy that they put in place in 1894 was designed for us to forever lose. And if we should have one African country that tries to have a leg up, because we are so small, it's very easy to take us down. Before you know it, there's conflict. It is in the books that of the 7 African leaders who were assassinated during the coup in the Francophone countries, they were all orchestrated by France. Why were those leaders assassinated? 1958, when the French were leaving their colonies, they made them sign what they called the Pact for the Continuation of Colonization. This pact necessitated that 85% of the Francophone countries keep their bank reserves in France. Sadly, that pact is still in existence today. So when the leaders who were now opening their eyes and saying, this does not make sense. How can I run a country with 85% of the money that I access the remaining 85, no, only 15%. If I try to access the remaining 85 that's in the French banks, I'm treated like a beggar. You're becoming too sick. Next thing you know, there's a coup, and you're assassinated, and they put a carpet in. And then it gets to a point where everybody gets scared. If I try to raise my voice, they will take me down one way or the other. Now we are no longer doing coups. We're having conflicts. And who are we using for the conflicts? Our young people. And all they have to say, boo, and we run. As you try to analyze other ethnic groups in this country, which is the melting pot, with the exception of the American Indians, everybody in this country has a primary anchor that is outside the United States. The anchor in the United States is the secondary anchor. So the Indian diaspora, they realize that their primary anchor is in India. This is secondary. The Irish diaspora, same thing. The Chinese, the Mexicans, all other ethnic groups, they recognize their primary anchor. 2-3 generations removed, but they know where they come from. Now let's take it home to us black.
Come on now.
We're the only ethnic group that's too busy trying to run away from our primary anchor. Why is that? And we are the only race that does that. So the colonization and the legacy of slavery that we have gone through, it is deep. And until we recognize that we are suffering from this affliction, we can't begin to heal.
Yes.
Which is why it is imperative that we have a serious conversation with the image in the mirror. Who are you? Why do you think the way you do? Let me give you a simple example. I was talking to a group of bishops. I said, bishops, I found out that $50 million leaves black churches every Sunday. And by Monday, they're all lined up to deposit it in white banks. Some even drive past a black bank. Can you imagine if these monies have been going into black banks for all these many years? Our banks will be in a different place. You see, others take that money and fund each other. I don't know how many of you remember when President Trump met with the African leaders. He said, my friends go to Africa poor, they come back rich. And then I had others calling me to say, well, how could he say ambassador? I said, you may say the truth. Now, you may not want to hear it, but it is true. The real question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to continue to be a complainer and a noisemaker? Or are you going to do something about it? They've done a great job of painting our continent as a diseased and dying continent. Well, if it is so diseased and dying, why are you going there? You tell us one thing, don't go to Africa, but they're running to Africa. The onus is on us to say enough is enough. That we are going to be the generation that's going to turn the corner. Because I don't know about you guys. This can go on. Our circumstances, wherever you encounter us as black people around the world, are deplorable. How long does this have to go on before we can say we are sick and tired of being sick and tired? And that is why I'm here today. To say, as the African Union representative, I'm a woman on a mission.
All right.
The diaspora must come out.